electronics industry. So let's start off by sharing my screen. All right, let's see your submissions here. We have 4 submissions. So I think you already prepared to present your submission as well. So we can start with Mekala. Are you ready? I think she's not here. How about Vital? Can you present?
Yes.
Let me allow to share your screen 1 second. Okay, now you can share your screen and present your design.
So can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
This is my user persona. So
All right.
um, this is my user. He's an young age, middle age male. Uh, so he worked as an engineer. So yeah.
Okay, so you have added user bio, goals, frustrations, and needs. What are the needs? Is it specifically related to our application, or are there any generic needs as well?
So I didn't understand the question.
So in the needs section, have you added specific needs he require in a travel experience application industry, or are those generic needs he has, like normal? Let me
Yeah,
see. Yeah, can you zoom it in a little bit? Yeah, much better. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, go ahead and do the remaining presentation. This is good.
um, so uh, Joe loves to traveling, and so he so he's a savvy engineer who loves to explore new places and cultures. He enjoys immersing himself in local experience during his travels, whether it's trying to authentic crisis, learning about historical sites, and engaging with community. Joe is always seeking unique adventure and that go beyond typical tourist attractions. So his goal during his travels to connect with the local peoples and know about more about travel
Yeah.
places.
What are his frustrations? Give me 3 steps.
Uh, Frustrations he found to difficult to communicate with local peoples, and
Okay, are there any frustrations
and
related to
he
travel experience when he traveling holidays?
Mm,
Yeah, you have added few, right? Difficult to finding genuine local
yeah.
experience amid very perhaps, sorry, overwhelmed by amount of travel information available online, lack of personalized recommendations tailored to his interest. All right. Frustrations, goals are good. Needs also we read it already. How about
Yeah.
his favorite brands and tools? Are there any travel experience related applications there?
Mm, no, these are his work. I mean,
Yeah,
his
tools that he use.
work tools, and these are his favorite clothing and shoe brands, car brand,
Oh,
and yeah.
okay, okay. So we can identify his personality by referring to these brands that he like most and uh, build an empathy about this particular user and do your user flows and wireframes. So let's move on to your user flow. Okay, this part is good. The user persona is completed. Now user flow. Zoom it in little bit and describe it.
So if we start the app first, the app opens with a welcome screen and with a welcome message. So I added 3 welcome screens to welcome a new user. If he's a new user, he needs to create an account, enter his personal informations, and save the profile. If he's not, he can log in using different options like Google, Apple ID, or Facebook. If he done all those things, he will come to home page. In home page, he can select the traveling places, or he can search his places, and he can save those things to check out later, or he will traveling. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
we
okay.
can hear you. So the final step is user books the destination and edits to their favorite. All right. So the user flow is also good. I have to check your wireframes. Have you done wireframes?
No, sir.
Okay. You directly went to the prototype, is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So in practice, you have to do the wireframes after you do the user flow. So it will give you better idea and you can change based on users' feedback and so on, but you had a limited time frame. So this is okay. So go run through your prototypes as well.
Okay, sir. So if you can see, this is my welcome screen.
Mm-hmm.
User enters the if user downloads app for the first time, he enters to this screen. Uh, there are 3 screens welcoming the user, the saying that welcome, and he can use this app easily. Like it's user friendly, and I used orange color for buttons for like warm color and friendly, user friendly color, and I use this dots to show that this is the first one, second one, and third page. And if user gets get to the third screen, he can get started with sign up page. If user is new, he can sign up and give all his details. Old user, he can log in with clicking this login button. Mm. If he if he's a old user, he can put his email and password. He can log in, or he can log in with his Google. Apple and Facebook ID. If he done all those things, he can enter to the home page, and we can see in his home page. This is his profile, and we have select settings those things. In his categories, now he selected the all. That's why I uh, brighten this all thing and reduce the other things. If you select these things, those things will light up. You can see these are the places in Sri Lanka. So I gave those in location, those places location, and I have a home bar, like home bar. This is map, and this is to communicate with local people's messages like that. So these are the favorite. If you like add to favorite, those things will add here. And if we click this area, like Kisigla place to see about that. So we can enter the Sigria, like read the article about it and how much for per night you can, how much for a per night and rating about it, and share these details with your friends or someone else, or add to favorite and watch it. We can see it later.
All
That's all.
right. All right. So have you created your clickable prototype as well? Is it in your next step?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, cool.
No,
So go back
I
to
haven't
your
had any
first.
animation.
All right. Go back to your first screen. Okay. So the reason behind you selected orange color for the call to action buttons, what is the
Yes.
reason behind that?
Uh, it's a friendly color and warm, like a warm color. It can say it's a it just goes good with any other like blue color. So I choose blue color wallpapers to add behind it.
All right. All right. How about your typography? What is the typeface you selected and what is the reason behind that?
Typography, it's called Sora. It's called Sora, and I choose like 48 for like if it's a welcome message, so that shows more attractive to a user. That's
All right. All right. So, I will ask a few questions now. So, where did you get your design inspiration from, and how did you started doing the project? Like, what is your approach? Can you
uh,
describe it roughly?
yeah. I got my idea from Dribble and YouTube. Um, so I so I planned like we need a, welcome screen and sign up page and home screen. Mm,
All right. So, what are the competitors that you referred to? Were there any competitors? Can you name two of them?
we haven't seen that much good traveling apps, but there's a one called I forgot that name. It's like Owl Simple.
Yeah, it is TripAdvisor, and there's
Yeah.
another application called Booking.com. Those are the main two applications that in the travel industry. If you do the competitor analysis, you have to understand the goods and bads about these applications and apply the good things in your application. So the
Okay.
competitor analysis is also must. But you have done quite a good job by creating user persona, user flow, and travel experience app. But I
Okay.
encourage you to do your wireframes before you start doing your visual design in Figma.
Okay, sir.
So it is a good presentation, and also I will add some feedback on Google Classroom as well, so you can improve your design and put it in your portfolio. Okay,
Okay.
thank you, Vital.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Aisha, are you ready to present? Vital, you can stop sharing your screen.
Yes, sir. I can proceed.
So let me give Aisha host permission. All right, you can share your screen and present your design.
Okay, sir. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So actually, I didn't do that persona and user flows. I directly started with a wireframe. So this is my wireframe. So it's going like first splash screen, and after that the welcome page. Once the welcome page open, there is a gave two buttons like login and sign up. So once the login, if the user select the login, then it's going to the login page. Uh, if not, it's going to the sign up page. After the, I have given here sign up link also. So after the login, it's going to the front page. After that, this is going to overview. Um, so here this is a review page and location, package details, guides, profiles, and menu. So my client requirements are like clients needs like a memorable app name and slogan to attract the target of audience. Also, he needs font sizes should be readable in each pages, and it should be balancing all type of screen sizes. Also, he needs dark mode and light mode to accommodate user preferences. So that color should be maintained as a black, white, and gray. Uh, it's like main visuals clearly readable to users. So image clarity and X speed should be considered. So here I use three colors. This black, white, and dark gray I have used here. So this is the my page. So this is my front page, Journey Live app. So once you click started, it's going to next page, login page. So I can show you with your prototype. So here once you started, it's going to the next page. I have given here back and skip. If you skip here, you can go to directly. If not, you can go with the login, and if you unable to log, you can do the sign up, and after that you can log. So once you come to the front page, here I have given country details. So once you click here, you can get the country details. um, so here it's the most popular places. So I have given here some of the places most popular, and once you click here, you can get the details about that popular place. And I have given here some of package details. You can book here. So the next page is location. So I have used here animation. So this kind of animation you can see here. So for that I used here component set. So I gave each prototype to each images. Um, so the next is review page. So here you can find the top resorts. Also here customers provide their feedback. Um, After that, this is guide. So here the trip plans and food guides details I have provided here. And after that, the profile details. You can upload your profile photo and you can edit your details. So also I have given here menu details. So once you click outside, it will go close. So for here, for that I use open overlay. Uh, Open overlay and top left menu. Once you click outside, it will close automatically. So if you want to see the dark mode, you can use dark mode button here. So once you click started, a page will be run in dark mode. So same images and same details will run in the dark mode. Once click the country details, you can see the country details and holiday packages. Uh, Here also same, the most popular places package details will come. And next is location. Here same thing I have done in the dark mode. So this is the review page, and this is guides, and same thing for profile. Um, so here I have used Poppins text type to show the text and text easily. So that's also
All right. So I have few questions. So
okay.
for the typeface, you have selected Poppins, right?
Yeah,
So what is the reason behind that?
because Poppins is like it's a cool text type because we can see directly without any hesitations. So that's why I used here.
Okay.
And also mostly website app designing. So like I just for my self studies I learned like Poppins is good for the app and website pages.
Okay. So I actually can see that you have self-studied a lot regarding, especially when do the prototyping and micro interactions. I can see so many things here, things that we haven't learned in the classroom as well. So it is really good job regarding the prototype and the presentation. And how about your design motivation? Where did you get your ideas from, and what are the sites
Uh,
you searched?
this is from I have searched Dribble and Behance.
Mhm.
Also, I have had some of my ideas. This like this animations, and I used one app for the notification. That name is uh, Travel app. So I found that app and I just referred that and I use my own ideas and I have done this.
Okay, so the main three colors you chose are black, white, and gray, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the idea behind that? Why do you want to select that
Uh,
kind of a color scheme?
because some of the users don't like some colors. It's like some think blue color is like sleepy, they are getting orange color is like some of the users uh, will get angry, some like kind of orange colors. So it's uh, like black, white, and gray. It's always we can manage with every person's mindset. So once they see the app, it will be shown in the black and white background mode. In this inside, I have used some of the gradient colors, but the background is always white and black. So it will show my idea it's properly, and user can attract here. So that's
All
the
right.
plan I have used here, black and white
Okay.
and gray.
So have you done any competitor analysis or have you studied any competitor applications?
Uh, mm, no, sir. I directly find the idea from Behance and Dribble.
Okay, okay. So as you started off by doing the wireframe, what is your like user that you designed this application? Can you give me some background information about the user who you target when you designing this application?
So my user is he's a uh, travel explorer. So that person is always like always he needs to travel somewhere. So he he asked me to design like a kind of uh, memorable application. It's like the name should be given something like a journey or something. It's like a traveling name. Also, he is like he's working at Gochusa in my same batch. So he needs to do this application to get that traction from the users. So that's
Okay, in your wireframe, I can see the user flow as well. So that is good presentation. And there are some things that I want to tell you regarding the can we go to the screens that you have the gradient backgrounds? Yeah, especially here, some areas, the color combination is not really good, but I'm telling you that the design is really nice and all the prototype and the interactions are really good. But there are some areas that you should improve your design. So I will add some comments on Google Classroom so you can improve it and later add it to your portfolio as well. So is there any questions that you want to ask?
yes, sir. I planned here to uh, put this dark mode, light mode button here in the menu
Okay.
page. But it's when I'm giving the prototype, it's like my background page is only coming like black color. My plan is it should be come when I click this prototype. It should be like uh, this kind of each page should be uh, blur in the black side, but when I'm giving the prototype here, when I'm giving the dark mode in the menu and giving the prototype to each pages, it will
Yeah.
get black color. So
Okay.
that's why I have given in the front page, but usually apps doesn't have here. App always have this in the menu page. So I want how to do that
Yeah,
part.
if you add your dark mode, light mode toggle button here, you might have to connect all your prototype flows to that particular button. So that
Yeah.
will be quite a lot of work actually. So normally when we do dark and light mode designs, what we do is we create dark mode prototype and light mode prototype separately. So users
Okay.
won't be able to toggle between both modes by just by clicking that particular toggle button. So I think it is a better way to present your designs to users because otherwise you have to connect all these particular screens to your toggle button. It will be really conflicting as well. So make lighter version separately and dark version
Okay.
separately and present it separately your customer or the user. So is it
Okay.
clear?
Yeah, yes, I'll do it.
So you can actually do that by putting the button there and connecting all these, but it is a lot of work and you might make some errors uh, when connecting that as well.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay,
according to your advice.
all right. Okay, thank you very much, Ayesha. So it is a really good presentation and good work overall.
Thank you, sir.
You can stop sharing your screen in the meantime. Sobani, are you ready to present your design?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me allow you to share your screen. Okay, now you can share your screen and present your design.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. You have
Can
to
y'all
share
see
your
me?
screen. No.
So,
So, okay, I will give you permission again. Okay, you can share your screen actually. I made you a co-host.
okay, let me see. Give me a second, sir.
Sure.
Give me a second, sir. I'm trying to share my screen. I'm joining from the browser.
Okay, no worries.
I don't see an option to share my screen in this. Hello?
Yeah. Are you using your web browser or have you downloaded the application?
I'm using the web browser and it doesn't show any way to share my screen.
Okay,
Any option.
let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be a button called share like this icon. Can you see it somewhere in your? It can be under more option as well in some cases. This icon right here.
I just no, I can't see anything.
So have you submitted your assignment on Google
Yes.
Classroom? Okay.
Yeah,
What
the
is your
maker
name?
assignment is
Okay.
that's me actually.
Okay. Let me share my screen so you can guide us through.
Okay.
All right. Which part you want me to show? The mind
Uh,
map?
yeah. This I made a mind map for the travel mobile app. So like basic things that came to my mind when thinking about a mobile app, like flight booking. In that section, you can search for flights, compare prices, book tickets, and something things like that. And hotel booking. When it comes to hotel booking, it's search. You can search hotels, read reviews, and find a good hotel and accommodation like that. So this is a basic mind map I made. before doing my before starting my app. So do you want more to? Do you want me to? Right. And then the design persona. Sarah Martinez, she's 34 years old and she's living in Austin, Texas. She's a mom with 2 children. So she wants to travel. She's a graphic designer. She wants to travel within Texas, with places like family-friendly places that she can take her kids, and maybe if she has a pet, she can wherever she wants to go, she can take her pet and as well. So she wants to plan engaging itineraries, balancing fun and educational trips for her kids, uh, and access reliable resources for accommodation and activities, stay within reasonable budget as a mom while prioritizing quality experiences. So that's her main goal in planning and traveling. So I did a competitor analysis on booking.com and Hopper mobile app. So pros on booking.com is it is a wide range, it has a wide range of accommodation options and it is user friendly. It is a very known travel app and often offers deals and discounts in booking.com. The cons in that is it has additional hidden fees while booking from booking.com and limited customer service compared to some other competitors. And some users report occasional issues within bookings. So those are the cons that I see in booking.com. And yeah, the Hopper also has some cons and pros and cons in its own. It predicts best time to book your flights and hotels for lower prices, and it also gives an option to freeze your flights for a good price. It has a user-friendly interface with a sleek design, and the cons you have on Hopper is it is not a very big like a very known travel app like booking.com, so it is limited to flights and hotels, lacking other travel options unlike booking.com. And some users report occasional inaccuracies in price predictions and may not have as extensive range of options like larger travel platforms like booking.com. So those are the drawbacks in Hopper. The colors and fonts are these, what I choose for the app. I chose like blue shades, darker and a lighter blue, representing sky water, because like beaches and whatever water related travel destinations, it can those colors represent those things. And I also added some pop-up bright colors like orange, yellow for highlighting important elements like call action buttons. So, and for fonts, I use Contrail 1 and Inter. These fonts strikes a balance of readability and conveys a sense of adventure and wanderlust. So it gives a sleek look. So I did a wireframe. So first you go into a login page, sign in, you sign in or sign up. So if you're a previous customer, you just have to sign in, and if not, you're new to this, you just sign up and add your details, personal details, and login in. And then it then it gives you a specific personalized search experience and suggestions for travel for your travel experience. I My wireframe is not properly done actually. So however, I added this territory map when like on the search section when you this it gives a personalized search option that you can choose, and then when you choose a location, it gives a territory map like this. It is an interactive map and it gives search options and has hover option as well. And when you click on some state or something, can you go little up? Yeah. When you select a state, it shows it this one of the colored square will pop up, and it will show like what upcoming tourist attractions or suggested personalized suggested areas, lower budget explorations, popular attractions for 2024. So it will show relevant locations to whatever you want to see. And then yeah, that's a wireframe.
Let me open. Okay, you have to give me access to read this.
Okay, let me.
So every student, please remember to give access and add my email address if it is not public, because I want to review it and add some comments to your Figma designs. So this is the email address that I'm using on Figma. Please give me access to everyone's Figma designs.
Did you get the
Yeah.
access to the file? So I thought of giving a QR code to download the app, and then you get to this page, first page, Explore Texas with Wanderlust. I narrowed the whole thing down to Texas, which
Saban,
is
can
a
you
state.
click on here and click on Spotlight Me button on under your name? So it will be easier for you to guide us.
Sorry.
Click here and and click on Spotlight Me.
Let me see. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now to your presentation.
Okay. Can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, so I'm giving a QR code to download the app, and then you get to this. So I narrow the whole travel thing down to Texas. It's a state in US. So this mom who is living in Texas, Austin, wants to travel around in Texas. It's a big state, so there's so many things to look in Texas. So she downloads its apps and goes through this. It's a app called Wanderlust. You have to swipe to start, and then you get to this page. It's a login and sign up page. You put your email, password, and sign up. Yeah, I'm missing the information page, your personal details to sign up, and then you get to this So are you ready to take on Texas? So you first have to type where you are located in Texas. So after typing that, you will get suggestions on areas that you can visit around your city, wherever you are living. I also added something like this. What would you like to do? Like icons like these, that buttons that you can actually click on it, whereas in other apps you have to type your preferences. But here I added icons like these. So like for this, for an example, food. So when we don't have to just type it, when you click on it, you go to a food suggestion app around your area, the wherever place you already location that you already typed here. So after that, you would get to this. So she has typed Katie, and you get a map, and you get suggested location, suggested destination, destinations that you can go. So, and also you get some reviews from other people who have also visited this area. You get the address and all the amenities, like more details that you can click and get to know. You can favorite it if you like it. You get notification about more details on it, and then you can see, you can also select from the map wherever you want to go. And so this is the page that she has selected, Corpus Christi, a beach that she wants to go visit with her kids. So you get the location, address, and everything, the details on that area, the beach, the map that you can you can use to go visit, and reviews, how long it will take to get there, and all these is details. So yeah, that's basically it.
All right. So I will ask you a few questions regarding your design, the color combination, and everything you already mentioned, the typography. So where did you get your design inspiration from, and how did you get started with the user persona or the wireframes?
So yeah, I also I checked. So like I got inspiration from Hopper and Booking.com. I also checked Dribble, and also even Figma also have they also have some designer examples from different designers. So I got ideas from those.
Okay, okay. So there are some things, particularly in your design, that you need to improve. Some areas, such as if I point out this particular button, if you put a button right here, like swipe to start button, it is a good proportional button. And this one is really hard to click. So for an example, let's say people are trying to click it faster by using their thumb or whatever. So this call to action area should be much larger than this. Even for this search bar, you have to make it much larger. So those are the small things that you should improve before you put this in your portfolio. So I will add some reviews on Google Classroom as well. So you can improve your design and put it in your portfolio. So you can send it to whoever the hiring managers or whatever when you are trying to find a job. So good job, actually. The design and the research process is well documented as well. So it is a good job. Thank you. And thank you for your presentation. Do you have any questions to ask?
No, I'm good, actually.
Okay, okay. So thank you then. I will add some comments on Google Classroom so you can improve it and add to your portfolio.
Thank
Okay,
you, sir.
thanks. So I forgot to ask Vital, do you have any questions regarding your design? Have you faced any issues or challenges when doing the design? Vital?
No, no, sir, all good.
Okay, okay. All right. Do you have any questions regarding our design assignment? Or if is there any challenges that you faced and you want me to solve those challenges and show you how to do the designs? If you have any questions, you can ask now regarding the assignment or anything, any design tasks. So Risla is not here. So, okay, no questions. Okay, let me share my screen. So today we are going to discuss, I'm going to present you this one, the 20 tips to success in your first UX design job. So how to get your first UX design job after you following this course, so you improve your design skills further. So number one, as I mentioned earlier in the course as well, the first thing you have to do is to build a strong portfolio. So I showed you two platforms that you can create your portfolio without uh, any issue. If you don't have any coding knowledge or anything, you can just create profiles on Dribble and Behance and put your designs there. Always make sure to put your best designs there. Don't put your first designs. Most of the time, even for me, even for any designer, the first few designs are not looking that good. So that is where we learn about designing. So don't put them in your portfolio if you're looking for a job. So you have to improve your design and fine tune your design and try to get some feedback from your co-designers or people who are experienced in the design field, and you can improve your design. So at least 2 to 3 designs should be there when you are looking for a job. So when you are looking for a job, when you apply for a job, you as a designer, you have to mention your portfolio link, or you have to attach a PDF or a showcase document to your uh, hiring manager or the recruiter to see your designs. So ideally, it should be a website or a portfolio website like a Behance or Dribble. So try to showcase your best design there. So build a strong portfolio is must. So that is how your recruiters or hiring managers know that your designs are good or bad. So that is the first thing they refer to when they get your application. So the building a strong portfolio is really important. Okay, number two, update your LinkedIn profile. So nowadays, most of the jobs, most of the companies are publishing their job advertisements on LinkedIn itself. So if you have a updated LinkedIn profile with all your qualifications, all your educational background, all your past experience and everything, it is really good for the recruiters because they can study about you. They can get an idea about you rather than finding out about you on internet or asking different people. They can get an idea about you by referring to your LinkedIn profile. So you can add all your educational details, all your prior working experience, all your interest, all the certifications that you already completed, the courses you follow. Is there any workshops that you attended? So you can make this LinkedIn profile as a uh, professional social media platform. So don't post so many unnecessary things there. Try to be professional and add all the workshops you attended to try to write an article about whatever the topic you like, something related to UX or psychology, user psychology, or anything like that, or maybe even your own user like UX story, how you started as a UX designer, what motivates you to do UX designing, things like that. Those are the things that you can do on LinkedIn profile. So always make sure at least update your educational and professional qualifications there as well. So there are some LinkedIn groups as well with fellow UX designers. So you can always, when you do a new design, you can put that design there and get users feedback uh, from the group members. So they will give you good feedback. So you have to take that feedback respectably actually. So some people give you good feedback, otherwise other people give you like a critical feedback. So if your design is not that good, they will directly tell you that is actually really good. So don't take that personal, take it gracefully and update your design based on those feedbacks. So that is one thing that you can do by having updated LinkedIn profile. Okay, number 3, get real world experience. So even though you do this particular course and if you follow YouTube channels and if you even follow a online course regarding Figma or UX design, if you don't do designs, if you don't get real world experience, it won't uh, give you a chance to perform in a real world. For an example, let's say you get an interview and they are asking you to do some kind of a design, a real world based on real world scenario. Let's say for an example, they're asking you to design a bicycle pool or ride sharing application. So if you don't have that technical knowledge, if you haven't used that particular applications, if you don't have an idea about the end users of these applications, you will have to like think uh, in that particular time and do your design. So it will take some time. Actually, the most of the time, the design interviews, they don't give you like tight time frames. They give you like 1 week or so. So you can do your research one day and then you can interview some users and you can create your wireframes and do the designs in the end. So it is really important to get real world experience. Even if you don't get any projects from your clients, try to do a project. For an example, let's say your banking application you are using currently is not that good. So there are few issues that you already identified, the UX issues, usability issues. The visual representation can be better. So you identified those issues. Try to create an application yourself by eliminating all these issues that you are facing. So you can later put this in your portfolio. You don't have to use the actual bank's name or anything. You can create your own logo or whatever the name that you like and put this in your portfolio as a like you did this project not for a client or anyone, just to learn UX and learn to improve UX designing skills of yours. So get real world experience is also a must. So we talked about build a strong portfolio and then update LinkedIn profile and then get real world experience. This is actually not only for the UX designing job, even for the coding jobs, these things apply. Okay, number 4, network. So even by creating a LinkedIn profile and adding your co-designers and decision makers in the industry, that won't be enough if you want to build a better network. So in Colombo, or actually I don't have much idea about UX industry right now in Sri Lanka. But when I worked at WSO2, there were events actually where the people at IFS, Virtusa, and even Millennium IT, the people, UX people participate on these events and discuss about the challenges they face, new industry trends, and so on. So you have to network with your co-designers and try to get to know people in other companies in similar play similar job roles. For an example, if you try to be a UX designer in particular company, try to identify some key players, key designers in these particular companies, and always try to communicate with them and communicate about new ideas, ask them about the projects they do recently, the challenges they face, and so on. So you have the advantage of social media as well as LinkedIn to communicate back and forth with these people. You can follow them, or you can follow and subscribe to their YouTube channels and follow. So that is not only apply to local people. You can follow people in different countries, Singapore, US, or whatever the country you like to visit or like to get a job in UX industry. So you can identify different people, the key people, and try to network with them, ask questions, or maybe you can retweet their and ask them questions on their tweets or social media posts or anything. Most of the time they will get back to you if it is a valid question or if they have time actually. So networking is really important. So for an example, let's say uh, there's a designer who don't have that much of a network, and he's not a good he's actually a good designer, the first one. The second designer, he don't have much design skills, but he has a really good network. So when there's an opportunity, the person with a network will get the news first. So he has a competitive advantage when comparing to a good designer. So always try to be a good designer as well as try to build a network as well. So it will be beneficial for you to find a job in the industry. Okay, number 5, familiarize yourself with web development. So as I mentioned in our first or second sessions as well, so if you, in addition to the designing skills you have, if you are good with coding, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, it will be really beneficial for you to find a job. So the person who has this kind of a knowledge will get a competitive advantage when comparing to the person who don't have comparing to the person who only have design skills, because most of the companies, especially startups, are looking for people, designers who can code as well. So most of the time, the designers, the UX designers has to do front-end development as well, especially in startups. So it is a really good advantage if you know these technologies as well, especially HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and some CSS frameworks such as Tailwind or Bootstrap, or even JavaScript frameworks such as React.js, Vue.js, or AngularJS. So you have to take one of these, at least HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, in order to get a opportunity when comparing to the other people. So you will get a competitive advantage if you know these web technologies. All right, give up thinking you are an imposter. Okay, so even when I started my career, I tend to think that my designs are not that good. So I thought that way because I compared my designs with the UX designers who has 5 to 6, 10 years experience and so on. So you don't compare your designs with the people who have so much experience. So only compare yourself with past you. So for an example, let's say when you started this course, you haven't had much knowledge in designing or even Figma. So, but now yeah, you can do something on Figma. So that is a good improvement. So always try to compare yourself with past you, not with the person with 5 to 10 years experience. So in that way, you can improve and you can learn from these people and get an idea and everything, but don't try to compare. All right. Do you have any questions up until now? Okay, next one, don't give up on the hunt. So what this is about now. Let's say you apply for you are looking for a job opportunity, and you apply for 5 to 10 jobs, and no one get back to you. So you don't apply for more jobs. So most of the time, so when you're applying for a UX job or anything, they take some time to reply, especially in some other country. So for an example, if you apply for a foreign job, they might take at least 1 month to get back to you. And sometimes they get back to you and sometimes they don't. So if you uh, stop applying for new jobs, if you apply for 5 to 10 jobs and look for their feedback and you're not getting their feedback and you lost your hope on job hunting. So you don't have to give up your hunt, because let's say most of the time these companies hire people, like for an example, if it is a travel industry related company, they are looking for a UX designer who has experience in travel industry. So if you don't have that much of experience in travel industry, they will reject you. So that you have to make sure that they are not rejecting you as person, they are rejecting your profile. So you don't have to take it personal, and you have to apply for more and more jobs that suits your expertise. So for an example, if you work in a banking industry for quite a lot of time period, for an example, let's say 4 to 5 years, you have a good advantage when applying for jobs in banking sector. So for an example, if you have expertise in particular domain, for an example, let's say startup or travel industry or ride sharing application. So those are the companies that you can apply. So, but even if they reject you, even if they don't get back to you, don't give up on your job hunt. Keep applying, and there will be one person that one job role that matches your job skills. So don't give up on your job hunt, even though if they rejected you several times. And number 8, ask for feedback. So as designers, we have to ask for users' feedback as well as our clients' feedback. So getting this feedback, so when users give feedback or a team member or a stakeholder give us feedback, always make sure not like don't take it personal. So they are giving feedback to your designs and not to you. So you don't have to take it personally, and make sure you get the feedback gracefully and fine tune your design and update your design and make it a successful project or product. So always make sure, ask for a feedback. That is the only way that UX designers can improve their designs, because if you do your design and you think this way, and if you are the only person who is thinking and giving feedback to yourself, the design won't be a successful one. So we always have to get feedback from our users first, because at the end of the day, the users are the ones who are using your application. And then you have to get feedback from your stakeholders as well, because these are the people who are investing on this application. They might have a good knowledge. Sometimes they don't have good knowledge about the end users, but anyway, you have to get feedback from them. If they are giving you feedback and if they are telling you something that your end users don't like to do in your application, you can rationalize it and tell them that the end users won't like the idea that you are giving. If we do this change in our design, the end users won't like it. So you can give ideas and you can discuss and back and forth. You can ask for feedback from everyone involving in this particular project. So always make sure to take feedback and do the changes accordingly if it is really necessary. Okay, number 9, don't get greedy. So for an example, let's say you starting off as a UX designer. So there are UX designing platforms or freelancing platforms such as Upwork or even Fiverr, where you can apply for different job roles. Let's say if you're a freelancer, but if you want to if you like to work in an industry, if you like to work in a 9 to 5 job, you can apply for established company and get uh, a what is it called steady job or a 9 to 5 job. So it is up to you. You can so when they asking, when they try to negotiate you on your salary, always make sure to give a value that is reasonable. So don't, for an example, let's say when you're getting a project on Upwork or any other platform, if you have experience, if you don't have that much of experience, don't ask for the higher end prices. Ask something that you can manage and something reasonable, and don't try to get greedy, because most of the time, if you are greedy, if you don't have some good designs to back your price or budget, the people try to hire you will reject you. So don't try to give higher prices if you don't have much experience. Try to give reasonable prices, and always make sure in the beginning of your career, make it a educational or make it a learning experience for yourself. So every project you do in your first uh, 1 to 3 years will be a learning experience for you. So after that, you can increase your budgets, increase your pricing and everything with the experience. So always try to be reasonable and don't get greedy, even when you negotiating salaries or project prices. All right. Next one, attend hiring events. So in Sri Lanka, we don't have much hiring events, especially in the industry. But in the universities, we have open days and things like that. So the hiring events. So you have to attend to those hiring events and get to know the important people in the industry. Let's say, for an example, you want to work in a particular company. So you get to know that these people uh, conducting a hiring event in particular venue. So you can go there and try to network with these people and get an idea about the working culture, working ethics of that company, and try to understand if it is matching your expectations and so on. And you can join that particular company by following those people that you get to know. And in Singapore, they have application called Meetup, where they publish all these meetups and the seminars or the hiring events and everything there. And you can get to know about all these hiring events, what are the companies attending, and how you can get to know about the process they follow, the project management tools they use, what is the working culture, how is the ethics, so what kind of people are working there, is it something I like? So you can get to know about all these things by attending to those hiring events. Okay, number 11, you can mentor another student. So the best way that you can learn is, like, for an example, you learn something about Figma. Now, if you try to do it yourself, it will take some time for you to understand everything and uh, do practicals yourself and uh, get an experience. But if you try to mentor another student, your friend or someone, about the particular theory in UX design or a practical in the UX design, it will be beneficial for you. So you will get to know about this really quickly. So it is not only applying for designing. If you do any other subject, if you try to teach someone else with your own words. So first thing, you have to understand it yourself, and then when you teach it, you will get to know about it more and more. So it will be beneficial for you as well. All right. The next one is to keep a positive mentality. So as I mentioned, in the don't give up the job hunt. So always make sure when you are applying for a job or your work, even if you get a job in and working in the industry, always have to keep a positive mentality. Let's say, let's start off by applying for a job. So when you're applying for a job, even if you have experience, there will be rejections. So for an example, if you apply for a job in a foreign country or anything, they will reject you if your profile don't match their job description. So that doesn't mean that you are not a good UX designer, but you are not matching to that particular job role. So you have to understand that, and don't give up when they reject you. So you can find a better job that suits you and apply, and one day you will get a job. After a few rejections, don't give up, keep applying, and you will find a better place to work. And even when you get a job, most of the time, as a UX designers, you will get feedback. So most of these feedbacks are negative. So some people might say that your designs are not that good. Your designs are not up to the task or up to the level that we are expecting. So even though you spend so much of time, so much of hours and everything, uh, sometimes you get to know these comments from the users as well as stakeholders of your project. So don't try to like, even though you get this kind of feedback, try to keep a positive mentality every day. Otherwise, you won't be able to work in the industry. So don't take it personal and try to make sure to improve your designs based on this feedback. If it is a critical feedback, if it is a honest feedback. Okay, number 30 is to increase your network. So if you have a good network, let's say when you starting off your career or when you start looking for a jobs, you improved your network, you increased your network. And after some time, you forget about all these people because you have a good job and you don't have much time to network with these people as well. So let's say after some time, you want to find a new opportunity, new job in the industry. So if you don't increase your network, you will have to build your network all over again when you are looking for a job opportunity. Uh, so always make sure to increase your network even you are working. Try to communicate with these people, these decision makers in the industries, and get their ideas about the present projects that they are working on and so on. All right, so we take a 15-minute break and we'll connect around 10:35. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can send a message.
මං කිචන් එක ක්ලීන් කරලා මොනවද මේ අනිත් අය කරන්නේ නැහැ ඕන මහන්සියලා ඔකට.
So welcome back, everyone. Okay, we're talking about increasing your network and job shadowing. Job shadowing is another thing that you can do if you don't have experience, if you don't know about the job role that you're applying for. For an example, let's say your first job you're applying for is a UX designer or UX researcher. So what you can do is you can get an internship in a company and observe what UX designers or UX researcher do. So you get to know that these are the daily routine, that these are the things that they do in daily basis. So even though if you don't work in a company, with YouTube, what you can do is you can search for the terms such as day of a life of a UX designer, day of a life of a UX researcher, and you get to know about what they do in daily basis. So for an example, in UX designers daily basis, it depends. So in weekday, one weekday, they might have a stand-ups or the meetings with his company. And on another day, they might attend some user interviews. And on another day, they might discuss about the findings that they gathered from these user interviews. And most of the time they do the designing or the research or near the computer. So you get an idea about these are the things that I should do if I get a job in this particular industry if you don't have much knowledge about what they do in daily basis. So good starting point is to search those terms I just told you on YouTube. Job shadowing. Next, we have don't be afraid. So when you're applying for a job, let's say for an example, as a starter, you're not applying for a job in good companies, good software companies in Sri Lanka or any other country. Now, if you don't apply for these companies, you don't anyway get a job. So if you apply and get rejected, that is not something you have to be afraid. It is a good thing. So you get to know about you are not good enough for this particular company, but don't be afraid to apply. So for an example, you think that if you apply for this particular job, you will definitely get rejected. So that is not something under your control. So you know that you can apply and it is hiring manager or the recruiter's job to give you an interview or reject you. So try to apply for more jobs. Try to apply to the jobs that suits you, that you think that suits you, that align with your job expectations, and if it aligns with company's job description, you can apply for those opportunities and don't be afraid to apply. Don't sink your teeth in the first piece of meat. So as I mentioned, don't be afraid to apply. And even though if you apply, let's say you are looking for a job and you are looking for a particular culture to work with a team. So for an example, if you apply for a job and you get rejected a few times, 2 or 3 times, and you get an opportunity, but that opportunity don't value your expectations. For an example, they want you to work on weekends. They want you to work long hours. So you don't have much time to spend with your family and so on. And if you don't like the working culture, if you don't, let's say for an example, you like to go to work and work in office premises, and the company only allow you to work remotely. So that doesn't match your expectation. So on the other way around, you only like to work from home and the company want you to come to office premises and work in daily basis. So that is also not matching your expectation. So don't get the first opportunity you get and look for more opportunities if it doesn't match your expectations. So at the end of the day, so for an example, if you want to leave the office in time and spend time with your family, but the company want you to work long hours till the night, it affect your work-life balance as well as your mentality and everything. So make sure to get a job that value your expectations and value your personal life and everything. So you don't have to sink your teeth in the first piece of meat. All right. Number 17, be honest. So it is not only applying for a UX, in daily life, you have to be honest always. So in the UX, you have to be honest because most of the time when you put, let's say in one scenario, you put other people's work on your portfolio. For an example, you don't have much work to showcase, and what you do is you get some project from internet and you put those screenshots on your portfolio. So most of these hiring managers or the designers, co-designers know that what you can do by interviewing you, by asking you a few questions, by referring to your assignment that they are giving you. You are not the one who did this particular project, so they will reject you. So always be honest and try to put your best work on your portfolio. Even if you put other people's work, there might be copyright issues. So other people will get to know that you are posting their work in your portfolio and pretending that you did this work, but they can write like they can sue you, they can get like copyright infringement issues, and there are some governing bodies that you can even in portfolio platforms like Dribble and Behance, they can report and they will remove your profile altogether if you do any of these copyright related issues, if you face any of these copyright related issues. And even when you're doing the job, even when you give the budget or the time frame to your client or whatever, always be honest. Uh, Create realistic deadlines, create realistic pricing, and be honest. So in that way, you can work in this field long term. So let's say, for an example, you put someone else's material in your portfolio, and you get a job. But when you do the job, they will get to know so you are not good enough. So you have to find a job all over again. And the reputation you get is also bad. So always try to be honest as in a life. And number 10 is know your strengths. So as a designer, let's say you know your strengths. If you are good with people, if you're good at with personal, if you can communicate with people, if you have good interpersonal skills, you know that you can interview people, you can be a UX researcher. If you have good visual design skill, if you have a good eye, you can be a visual designer. And if you're good at researching, if you're good at creating documentation, in the same time, you can be a UX researcher and so on. So always make sure, know your strengths and apply these strengths in your job. So if you're good at documentation, if you're good at communicating with other people, the best job that you can take is a UX researcher, because most of the designers that uh, uh, do visual designs don't have this kind of a skills. They don't like to communicate in the first place, most of the time, and some of them don't have communication skills. So always make sure to find a job to match your skills. So it will be beneficial for you. Number 19, do as much UX related stuff as you can. So if you want to become a good UX designer, so every day when you interact with something, it can be a digital product or a physical product, make sure to look it in a UX designer's perspective. For an example, you interacting with a bicycle or you interacting with a vehicle or whatever, always make sure, is it ask questions. Is this user friendly? Can I improve the design of this particular uh, product? Can I improve the design of this particular digital application, banking application? So in that way, you get to know. So these are the things that we can do to improve this particular design. So when you get a requirement from your user, or when you get a problem from your workplace, for an example, let's say they ask you to solve the problems that users are facing in the particular application. So you know that you experienced this kind of a problem before and you have some solutions. So you can suggest them. So always make sure, think as a UX designer. So as I mentioned in our first few sessions, I already suggested you to read the book, The Design of Everyday Things. It will help you to think like a UX designer. So there are some other books as well. I already added them on our Google Classroom. Make sure to read them when you have time, and think as a UX designer in everything you approach, every digital or physical product that you interact with in daily basis. Number 20, wear your drive on your sleeves. So if you you spend so much of time learning and spending so much of time fine-tuning your designs, and you finally become a good UX designer and you are proud of your designs. So always make sure to show off these designs in your portfolio or in your LinkedIn profile, because you spend so much of time and you put so much of effort in learning. So it is your time to show the world that you accomplished something in UX designing and your designs are good. So people will get to know, people will follow you on social media, and when they get a project, they will contact you if they remember your designs, if your designs are really good. So number 20, wear your drive on your sleeves. So those are the 20 tips that I can give you to find success in your first UX design job. So if you have any questions, you can ask. I can this is actually applying for both freelancers as well as independent contractors, and also for the office workers if you are looking for a 9 to 5 job. So do you have any questions to ask me regarding the job hunting or designing that we did in the class, or any theory you can ask. So if I tell you about freelancing, I also have a profile on Upwork. So this is my profile. So if I go to the first job I did on Upwork, so this was the first job I actually did. It was for $150. So this is 2015. This was the first time that I exposed to freelancer platform, and I did the job. I haven't give them a like much price, even though I had experience in UX industry, but this is my first experience in UX designing with freelancing platform. You can see that I have given really small prices in the beginning, and by the time with the time I increased my pricing. So that is the way to go actually. If you start off as a designer, if you go to a platform like Upwork, there are really good projects. So you can apply to one of these projects and see. So if I go inside this one, it is actually a development project. So let's look for a designing project. Okay, this one, let's say. So they give you an idea about what is the project is about. So these are the project expectations. They give you a run through about the application that they want to develop, and you can demo and get an idea. And then this is the hourly job, and this is the project length, and they are looking for an expert. These are the skills that you require as a designer, and they will show some other details as well. So you can see about the user, the client's previous feedback. Is he a good client? Is he paying well, or anything from here as well, and then you can apply. So in the application, you can propose different terms. For an example, let's say you can schedule an interview. Okay, and you can give a hourly rate, and then you can schedule an interview, and you can write a cover letter. So you can use platforms such as ChatGPT or Google Gemini to write your personalized cover letter easily without wasting your time. So that is what I do actually. So you can do the same. If you have time, you can write your own tailored job application, which will give you more chance when comparing to the people who write their job descriptions or job cover letters by using those tools. And you can bid also by using your connects. So that is how you can apply for a job on Upwork platform. I don't have an account on Fiverr or anything. I think the process is similar. You can apply for jobs by clicking on that and reading it, and then apply and give a price for that. So if I go for a particular job, let's say UX jobs. So Google will show you all the latest job posts in Sri Lanka. Let's say, for an example, let's find a company, this one. So this is the IFS UX and UI designer job. So they are giving company description first and the project that they are hiring for. They are not hiring for the company only, they are giving the details about the project that they are hiring for as well. So these are the things that you should read. Use interface design and answering design-oriented questions, testing and validation, communication and collaboration, documentation. So those are the qualifications that you should have. And these are the plus qualifications. And if it is good match, and if you like the project and the idea, if you think that this is a good experience that you can learn, you can apply for this particular job. So if you go to some other country, let's say Singapore, and let's get this one. So they have the similar description, but the requirements are a little bit on the higher side. For an example, These are the responsibilities. Be a part of UX team, creating wireframes, flows, prototypes, documentation using Figma. Be a part of in-house UI tools for the company, and also engage closely with game designers, because Ubisoft is a gaming company. So you have to have a domain knowledge in gaming as well. If you have prior experience in gaming design, it will be beneficial for you. So these are the qualifications that they require, and these are some preferred qualifications as well. So you can read these and apply for these jobs based on your requirement. So if I show you my portfolio, it is not updated recently. So this is the portfolio I created few years ago, actually. So I do both UI and UX design as well as front-end development. So these are some of the things that I put on my portfolio. So these are the projects I did in past years. So I put all those on my portfolio. For an example, let's say, so this, so if you are a UX designer, there are some emerging technologies as well. So in AR and VR industry, you have opportunities as a UX designers to create like augmented reality interactions. So if you into that, if you like augmented reality, you can create that kind of a user experience as well, because most of the time that is the emerging field in UX industry. Then I have my portfolio here and all the projects, and then some details about me. And I have a blog as well. So those are the things that recruiters are looking for, and add some UX related or psychology related posts in your portfolio as well. So that is how you can create an effective portfolio on UX design as a UX designer, actually. So do you have any questions? You can ask any questions. Aisha?
No, sir, I'm good.
Okay. How about Sabani? Vita? Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. Vital, how about you?
No, sir.
Okay. How about Piyumi?
Not really, sir. If I have, I will ask them.
Okay. Okay. So if you need any more like clarification regarding how to apply and how to get a job in UX industry, you can ask on WhatsApp group chat, or you have my email address as well. So you can email to this email address. I will try to get back. I'm sorry about last week, actually. I was taking little time to get back to you because of the Aurudu, and I wasn't at home as well. So I will make sure to get back to you in time from coming weeks. So I think that is it. We covered all these things. So if I go through our course content, we did the introduction and we introduced you to some UX process and UX processes that users follow, that ideally the UX professionals follow, and UI design with Figma. Become a successful UI and UX designer. So I invite you to do more practicals in UI and UX using tools such as Figma, especially the prototyping part. There are some good articles or good tutorials in YouTube as well. I invite you to follow them, because I can cover up to certain amount, because I have very limited time frame in this course. So I only cover up to certain amount, the basics, and you have to make sure you self-learn and improve as a UX designer. That is only way that you can get a job. So, because as a designer, the self-learning is the best way to go. Even though I try to teach you so many UX design skills and tools or anything, as long as you don't have hands-on experience, it won't benefit you. So try to learn more and more UX skills. Try to make mistakes. More mistakes you make, the most you learn. So try to make mistakes. Try to create UX design for everyday applications that you use, try to solve problems that people have, and be a good UX designer. So at the end of the day, the duty of a UX designer is to solve problems and make people's lives easier. So I wish you all the best in this career. And if you have any questions, you can always get back to me via email or WhatsApp chat. So have a nice day. I wish you all the best in your future career as a UX designer in the field. Thank you and
Thank you, sir.
have a
Thank
nice
you,
day.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
Bye.
nice day.